DocMas residents, and welcome to the Dr. DC podcast. My name is producer Richard, and across from me is the doctor himself.
Hello.
This year, like each year prior, we record 12 episodes in a single day and then release them the 12 days leading up to Christmas.
Baby.
We are on day 5.
Yes.
Coffee 5.
Yeah. Kafife.
Isn't that the thing that
remember that
Trump said?
Remember that?
Kafefe.
It's like 6 years ago.
Jesus. 6 to 9 years ago.
Nice.
I'm feeling it.
I mean, you are visibly like shaking. I could see like your hair move because you're like, are you okay?
Yeah, I checked my heart rate a few times, but I'm actually doing all right.
You're all right?
Yeah.
What's your heart rate at?
150,
160?
No. I actually have like a pretty low heart rate as to begin with.
Me too. I'm usually around like 79 or 80.
I'm usually around 64.
64? Jesus, are you like a diver? What the fuck?
Every time
64 is your heart rate?
Yeah.
God, is 79 not a low heart rate? I thought that was pretty low.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
So close.
68. 73.
Oh,
uh-oh. It's happening.
Yeah, 73, 77. Now I'm like worried.
You're thinking about it. Yeah.
Let's see if it can go.
81. Oh my God. This is the episode now.
It's
Make it higher. Make it higher.
Yeah, I'm usually around 64.
That's very funny.
So let's see. Is this where it stops?
Back 79. To 79. Okay, he's got it under control.
82. Uh-oh.
Hey, Richard, have you thought about starting a new business? 89. Yeah, baby.
Let's see when we can ride this train all the way to the top, baby. Can we get to 100?
Yeah, we must.
Whoa!
97. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's keep looking at this.
Hey, I had some thoughts about the podcast for the new year. 97. Holding.
Yeah. What else can we do?
Hey, do you know what'd be fun is if you could it requires a bunch of editing on your part, but if we did this sort of like big thing 99 where we could like bring in a bunch of guests 98. Fuck. Well, I gotta stress you out more. Hey, do you know what? I actually think I've been getting pretty good at producing. I don't know if you've had a chance to listen to the episodes I put out, but the audio. Oh, that went over 100. I did it. Hell yeah.
Anyways, everything's fine. I'm fine.
Things are good.
Yeah.
Chill. Copacetic.
Yeah. Copacetic. All right. This is episode 5.
Yeah.
We dive into the question.
We're 5 coffees in. Well,
do you
want to talk about the
coffee?
The coffee?
Yeah, this one comes from Panama. Panama.
Is that what they're saying in that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know the song called Panama?
Is that what the song's called?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that tracks.
Let's find out. Let's hear more about Panama. So this coffee is closer towards like strong for sure, or dark, as would be a better way to describe it.
Yeah.
The region is Chiriqui.
Okay.
From the Baru Black Mountain.
We only use the dirtiest offshoot water from the canal.
The tasting notes here are almond, chocolate, peach, and caramel.
Interesting.
It says the Baru Black Mountain Farm is located near La Amistad International Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site west of the Vulcan Baru. Whoa.
That's Star Trek and Star Wars.
I know. Fucking.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah. I'm getting hints of blue milk.
The farm is named after the region's very dark volcanic soil. Cool.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah. They're not only committed to environmentally friendly farming practices, but also respect its workers who receive medical and educational support for their families.
I mean, that's good, although sufficiently vague as to imply that it's maybe not as good as you would like to think it is.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's always the case.
Right? You know? This one is good, but I gotta say, of the ones that we've had so far, and even of the dark ones we've had so far, I'm getting the least like character out of this.
I get that. Yeah, this is a pretty like just straight down the line dark roast.
not bad, but I'm not. I mean, I'm also not the right person for this, but I'm not really like.
It tastes like coffee. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I would wake up. Yeah. Give me your assessment.
There's some decent flavor to this. Like it's definitely it's a little bit dry and dark for me. I'm not super big fan of this. Like I would definitely put this like towards the sort of like bitter end.
Yeah.
But I am getting some
you keep
acidity.
screaming, I don't like it dark. I don't like the darks, is what you keep screaming.
That's not what I said.
Yeah.
I said it, the blacker.
No,
the
I just mean in
worse.
general in life. You keep screaming that.
Yeah. Why don't we start getting into the questions?
Sure. I like coffee, but can't they make it white? I don't know, Richard. That's a pretty fucked up thing to say.
Yeah, I like coffee the way I like my women, ground up in my freezer.
Good Lord. Jesus.
Let's go to
I don't like caffeine, Richard.
First question comes from Twitter.
That's Twitter.
Who it comes from is Scott Newcomer.
Okay. Yep.
Better than an old comer.
Better than an old jizzer.
Come wizard and I'm a jizzard.
Oh no.
And which character?
One of the Gistari.
Which character or team would you like to see as the main cast for a video game? What kind of game would it be?
Ooh, interesting. Mm-hmm. By the way, just before I answer this, 5th episode, is this our 350th episode?
You're the one to answer that question.
Well, does it not? Did I not put it on the
I don't
thing?
read that thing, though.
But where do you get the questions from? From that thing?
Yeah, but I don't read that thing. I just pull information from it.
Jesus. Well, let me just grind this all to a halt so I can have a little look here.
Sure. 300.
Thought it'd be like a fun thing to acknowledge if that's what was happening.
You should have put it like in the notes.
No, it's next episode. Anywho.
Wow. Well, spoiler alert for next episode.
Yeah, have some fun.
Scheduled fun.
So sorry. What was the question?
Which character or team would you like to see as a main cast for a video game?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll try and keep it outside ones that are still on the way, like the Suicide Squad one, or they announced that Wonder Woman game.
Yeah.
And, team.
I think a team, a really good one that like feels really set up for like RPGs and things like that is like the Metal Men.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Especially with like robotics, like you can do a lot of upgrades.
Yeah.
And, like, each one has their own sort of like specialty.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that. I was also going to say you could maybe you could make a more kind of styly kind of game with a little, make it almost like a Mario Party, but do like Captain Carrot and the Zoo Crew.
Oh, that's fun.
Do bring in one main DC character. They fall into that world, like Superman or something.
Yeah.
And then, but you're in this world that's like, could be a little meta, it could be cartoony, could be kind of fun in the way that like Mario Party is like that.
Yeah.
But you could have, Captain Carrot and Pig Iron and Yankee Poodle and all those characters.
I'd love to see as like an individual character game. I'd love to see like a Black Adam tower defense game where you basically have to like protect the city,
protect contact.
Yeah. And so it's like partly is like as Black Adam you can fight, but also you can't be everywhere at once.
Right.
So you have to set up like defensive areas like around Kondak and like make it like a tower defense game. But like you're going against like other DC characters and things.
I want to take that idea and just twist it a little bit.
Okay.
Instead of being Black Adam, you're the Wizard. And part of the tower defense thing is every once in a while, you can only do so many like just regular magical defenses until you need to name a champion.
Sure.
But your choice could be a good choice or could turn against you.
Oh, that's fun.
So there's the element of
that's awesome.
choosing wrong.
Yeah.
So it's partly a tower defense thing, but you've also got to maybe the interface is like they give you a few prompts about personality or something like that, and you have to choose correctly. And if you don't, then they're also a liability that you have to manage.
Yeah,
and then,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that because that can really be also like a thing with, like it can be like the like like the wizard's sort of like meeting area or whatever, like you
like
had.
the Rock of Eternity.
Yeah, exactly. And basically that's what you're protecting.
Yeah.
That'd
be kind of interesting
because then you can bring in like the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, like you know
how you have to protect against all of these things and like
different sort of levels of like bosses.
Yeah,
and things.
I like that. Fuck yeah. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Oh, such a fucking good idea.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
That's good. Okay,
that's cool. Nice.
Hell yeah. All right, let's go to the next question from Instagram.
Now we're going to Instagram, take some questions and answer them.
First question comes from Little Moo Milk.
Oh, just a little moo milk.
Yeah, a little Diesel Moo Milk.
Easy.
Bubba Juice Chop Chim.
Not a lot. The milking table at work isn't getting a lot of use lately. Horrible name for that table.
This makes me so happy. Little Moo Milk asks, who are some obscure characters that you would like to see on the big screen? Personally, I'd like to see Amethyst, Black Lightning, and Metal Men.
I mean, I would love to see
All
a Metal
three?
Men movie.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, all of those, of course. But, we talked a little bit about, maybe some more concrete kind of predictions about the kind of gun era of DC Studios.
Yep.
But like lesser known characters I'd be interested in seeing. I mean, it feels sacrilegious to say that they're lesser known, but I mean it in the more general sense. I think Vixen.
Sure.
Vixen would be a good call for a movie. Be interesting. A cool superhero. I might be I mean, they're not lesser known. I got to stay away from just characters I want. Some characters that I just want because they're not lesser. Like Zatanna is not lesser known. I want a Zatanna movie, but
yeah. I mean, Black Lightning isn't super lesser known, would you say?
I mean, less known than Zatanna, probably. Sure. I think Mr. Terrific, we did talk about it before, would be kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I would be into...
I think a lot of the Legion would be interesting.
The Legion would be really cool.
Yeah.
There's something that they can't even crack about the Legion in comics, though, and it makes me worried about, like...
live action interpretations.
If we can't even get it right there in a way that people respond to, then, you know what I mean? And maybe it's just, maybe movies are a better medium for it. It could be that, but Legion would be neat. Red Tornado.
Oh, yeah.
Like an android trying to live with a human family. It's got like a wind elemental spirit inside it.
That feels like it would be a fun like HBO show or something weird.
Yeah, or just something that has kind of like something that has a bit of a Silver Agey feel to it. Something to embrace the silly in the same way that Metal Men would be fun.
Yeah.
And I guess the last one, maybe like Dead Man. I think Dead Man would be cool. A ghost that can possess people and use their abilities, or, a hero that can't directly interact with the material world kind of has to.
I'd love to see like a dead man gentleman ghost.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Yeah. That's fun.
All right, let's go to the next question. We're leaving Instagram and heading over to Reddit,
where everyone's nice and no one's ever mean.
The only question from Reddit is from Dr. DC Resident Neo.
All right.
Who asks, what are your top 5 storylines from DC?
Ever?
That's all it says.
Jesus. I mean, we've been talking about like events and that. It's not the same as storylines, and I wonder if I should keep those things out of it.
Yeah.
Like just storylines from regular runs of.
Yeah, that's a thing that I don't really have a lot of experience with. I'm going to have to bow out of this one, I think.
Oh, I mean, God, I know it's recent. There's a recency bias here, but the Warworld Saga from Action Comics has been really, really good. I quite like that one. Put that up there. I think Sinestro Corps War deserves a bit of a spot. God, the best arcs, best storylines ever. Christ. I mean, Hard Traveling Heroes, the Green Lantern, Green Arrow run in the 70s deserves that. Shit. You know what? I kind of like War Games, the one where Stephanie Brown kind of goes rogue, tries to enact Batman's plan to like take out all of organized crime and does it wrong and all that kind of stuff. Like War Games is kind of neat. It probably shouldn't be in the top 5 ever, but it's also hard. Like, you know, that's tough to just name.
This is what I mean. Like, even I'm having a hard time with that. Yeah.
Shit.
I really liked that run that I was reading about when Zod becomes like the president of
Markovia,
or whatever it is,
some country, yeah, that's right, in Action Comics.
Yeah, I really liked that run.
Shit. I like the Obsidian Age. That arc from JLA is good. Yeah, I don't know that any of these are necessarily top. I mean, War World Saga is maybe the closest you're going to get to a true top 5 contender.
Sure, yeah.
These are just things I'm able to think of right now. It's a little tricky. I mean, I should say the J.M. DeMatteis, like Dr. Fate.
Sure.
I don't know if I can just put a series in there, but like from the 4-issue miniseries through the ongoing, all the stuff with like Anti-Fate and stuff like I dig that. I like the general arc of the Spectre with Hal Jordan. Certainly like the first, let's call them, dozen issues where he's trying to make the mission of the Spectre about redemption instead of like retribution.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. I mean, extremely tough. I don't have a good answer for this. I'm sorry.
No,
George Perez Wonder Woman, like 4-issue thing is really good.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think I have a good storylines. Earth 1 Green Lantern is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
Yeah.
All
right. After we failed that question, let's go to the next one.
You didn't even try.
We're leaving Reddit and heading over to the Docscord.
The Docscord.
Always the slowest ones. Are you intentionally doing that now, or is it just the ones that go in your mind?
The Angels Docscord.
Definitely not true.
On a cold Docscord night that was Docscord.
All right. Last question from Lilith, who asks, who would you be most okay with completely removing from the DC universe? I.e., they never existed and none of their appearances happened.
Right. So it's not write them out. It's that they've never been part of it.
Yeah.
Bueno excelente.
I know. I was like, wait, it's the...
That's a cop-out answer because that's obvious. We probably should do it to Boana Beast. I don't want to necessarily get rid of...
Let me adjust
you know
this.
what? I don't know that the concept is necessarily unracist even when they pass the mantle to a black
Let's do
guy.
this instead. Who's the most significant character that you could do that to?
That I'd be willing to do that too.
Yeah.
Gypsy.
Yeah?
From the sort of like Detroit era of the Justice League.
Sure. That's still pretty.
Relatively obscure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shining Knight.
Oh no, I like Shining Knight. I'm not willing to do that. Also, Shining Knight has become like one of the very few kind of gender fluid characters and stuff like that. Can't lose that. But who could we lose though? Wotan? No.
What's the highest, like most relevant you can go?
Fuck, the most... the biggest character we could just remove entirely. I guess the question isn't without it affecting anything. It's just the one I'd be willing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe Maxwell Lord?
Because that also means that like all of the stories that they were part of don't exist anymore either.
Or they would just exist with a different character.
Yes. I mean, that's a bit of a cop-out, but sure.
It's Spider-Man No Way Home rules.
Yes.
We could get rid of them, but like the things still happened.
Yeah.
I guess maybe Maxwell Lord.
Sure. Yeah.
I like him, but for all of his bits, he's kind of like he's a character that kind of they have to like make suit whatever the story is necessarily.
I'm gonna throw out a giant name.
Okay.
But I think it doesn't have too detrimental an effect.
Okay.
Martian Manhunter.
I think we're done here. But you would want to do that? You'd give up Martian Manhunter?
Yeah, I like him. But like, no, there's none of my favorite stories of all time attached to Martian Manhunter that closely. Can you name one that like?
Well, yeah, I love the Ostrander run.
Yeah, but like is so important that
I like the Burning Martians arc in JLA.
it's good, but it doesn't affect everything else.
Well, no, but that's not what the question is.
I know, but I'm trying to think of one that
the question is like, who would you be willing to?
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm adjusting it to make it more challenging because it's like you can fucking throw any piece of shit out there. Like, how much can you make it hurt?
Oh, Jesus.
While still being okay with it.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, Jesus.
Because I can't lose. I don't want to love Wonder Woman because we have so few female characters.
Yes, that's a non-starter.
I'm not going to basically get rid of any female characters because it's just Jesus Christ. Don't want to get rid of Superman. Don't want to get rid of Batman. Don't want to get rid of the Flash. Don't want to get rid of like this is what I mean. Like you start whittling away. Don't want to get rid of Green Arrow because there's just too much important stuff attached to him. Don't want to get rid of Green Lantern because it's like fucking space. Like so it's like.
Well, fuck.
I'm like, who am I left with? Well, Martian Manhunter, I guess.
That's so fucked.
All right, of the Justice League, who could you get rid of?
I didn't know. I made my answer. I said Maxwell Lord.
I refuse.
Je refuse.
A French teacher came into the cafe yesterday. A male French teacher came into the... Sorry, I realized that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But my employee is 15 and is in school underneath that teacher. Right. So not the
probably a better way to phrase that
is taught by that teacher.
Jesus,
taught a lesson.
Jesus.
Anyways,
good Lord.
So. But they were like talking like because my
speaking in French.
Well, yeah, and my employee's in French immersion.
Yeah, they're speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
Yeah, like demonically.
Yeah. But it was funny because watching them like force them to speak in French and be like,
God, I remember that in high school. I wasn't even in immersion, but
my favorite was when they asked like where the bathroom was, and to get to the bathroom, it's already complicated enough. You have to like go to the back of this building and then through two doors that exist there, but one of them is into somebody's apartment, one of them is into like the rest of the building.
Yeah, and there's a guard at each door. One only tells the truth.
That's a joke I've made.
Yeah.
I also say like if you see a wizard with one eye, don't answer his riddles 3. Like I've made those jokes.
God, you're charming as shit.
But I was like, but then you have to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
And then it's the first door on the left.
Right.
Which like to then have to do that in French is not super easy if you
if it's not your first language.
Yes, it was very funny to watch them be like, stairs.
The nice thing with French is you just keep making sounds until you come up with the words.
Yeah. Well, that was the last question.
Great.
If you want to ask more questions about the DC universe or our personal lives, you can reach out to us through our various social media platforms.
Yeah, it's either Dr. DC or Dr. DC Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Hive, Reddit, etc.
Yeah, we got a phone that you can call 28917-DCEU.
If you're nasty.
I got a website. There was articles there at some point if you dig in deep.
Why do this? Why do this?
Why don't you give us a 5-star review and we'll read it on a future episode of the podcast. You can subscribe to our Patreon. And we have a Ghost Facers, which is a whole other podcast.
We have a Ghost Facers.
Yeah.
Can't wait for a 6th coffee.
I know. I'm crumbling.
I don't feel like I feel like a little like just kind of gross in my stomach, but I don't feel like jittery yet because I have had a cheese bun, I've had some chocolate covered pretzels, I had some delicious salmon jerky. Thanks to whoever brought these normal snacks.
Yeah, salmon jerky, a individual sized pack.
I had
of
a very,
pretzels.
very small helping of the enormous bag of trail mix.
You don't want to broke my toe on.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, that is it for today.
Adios.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
All the superheroes, they always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure, they are men of might.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.